This is Mr. McIntosh, and I'll be explaining how the fourth quarter is going to work, and specifically the assignments for the first week of fourth quarter. All right, so the first thing I'll ask you to do is fill out this Google form to indicate your plan for fourth quarter. And according to the learning plan that Arlington posted, basically you have a couple different options here. So you do have the option to keep your quarter 1 through 3 grade average and use that as your year-long grade. And to find that average, all you need to do is add up your 3 scores from first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and divide by 3. Technically, first quarter counts as 34%, and then second quarter and third quarter are each 33%, but it's essentially a third for each of the 3 quarters. So you can keep that as your year-long grade, or if you'd like, you can use the fourth quarter as a way to raise your year-long grade by up to 1 letter grade. So if you have like a B average right now and you want to raise it to an A average for the year, you can complete the assignments in fourth quarter in order to raise your grade by up to 1 letter grade. So the assignments that you'll complete to raise your letter grade, if you're interested in it, those are currently being created by the English 9 team. So they are not available yet. The schedule or the goal is to have the assignments created by Monday or Tuesday, and then you have the course of fourth quarter to complete the assignment or assignments so that it's the same for every 9th grader. So right now we're still just working on Mockingbird, and then I'll post those assignments as soon as the 9th grade team is finished with them, so you know exactly what you need to complete if you're interested in raising your year-long grade during the fourth quarter. So just to get an idea of how many students are interested in this, I'm asking you to fill out this form here for the fourth quarter. All right, in addition to that, we are now at what you might call the exciting part of To Kill a Mockingbird. It opens up pretty slow, describing the town, the different characters, building the relationships. There are definitely some interesting parts in that first section, but once the trial begins, the pace really picks up. There's a lot of tension, there's a lot of conflict, a lot of really exciting parts during this second half of the book. Personally, I enjoyed a lot more than the first part of the book, so hopefully if you have thought that it started out slow, hopefully it picks up a little bit for you in this section. So this week's reading is chapters 12 through 16, and the page numbers are listed there on the PDF version that we looked at last week. I emailed the principal to try to pick up the paper copies of the books so that I could run some kind of like optional book pickup so you have physical copies of the book. But unfortunately, my request was denied. They're really trying to keep the school closed so that we can't even enter the classrooms to pick up the books. So unfortunately, all I have to offer you is the PDF version. Obviously, if you have your own copy at home, that's awesome. I don't know that you can get any physical copies from the public libraries right now either, unfortunately. But that's what we're working with, so we got to adapt. The weekly assignment for the discussion board is now posted on Canvas. There's a list of topics to choose from. It's a pretty similar setup to last week. So you'll give your initial reaction to one of the chapters or one of the events of the book, and then you can do your response to someone else's post sometime by Friday. So try to get your initial responses in pretty quickly, and then your responses to someone else in just sometime by the end of the week. I responded, I want to say, to probably 95% or more of the responses, especially if the initial ones were submitted on time. So if you have questions, use the discussion board to ask them. and I should be able to get around to just about everyone's responses and everyone's questions at some point. I don't know if it alerts you that I've responded to your comments or not, but if you asked a question, just go back and check, and more than likely, we've covered it in our answers. In terms of announcements, I'm going to be holding office hours every week on Wednesday from 9 to 10 a.m. So the county has asked that we hold 1 hour of office hours per week for all classes simultaneously. So if you have a question that you don't think would translate well over email, or it has kind of like it's a detailed question, it needs a detailed response, or if you just need individual help, definitely log into the office hours. So the first one is this Wednesday, and there's a link for it. The link changes each week, so just make sure you click on the link for the corresponding week, and then that'll open up Microsoft Teams. We're not allowed to use Zoom. So you should already have a Teams account through your APS login, and it should just prompt you to log in from that, but then you can join, and you'll join using your computer's audio and video. So just be mindful of that. The learning plan that I talked about, or that I posted right before break, is also posted at the bottom of your slides here. I did like a little one-page summary at the top, and then there's the full 10-page document underneath that was sent out to your parents as well last week. So definitely check that out if you didn't read it before spring break started. There's a lot of pertinent information about fourth quarter there. And really, if you have any questions, just feel free to email me. Email address is at the bottom here. Most of the feedback and kind of like book talk I'll be doing through the discussion board, so I won't get into it a whole bunch right now. But hopefully you are enjoying the book. I really thought we had a great discussion on the discussion board for last week, so I definitely want to keep that momentum going. And yeah, just let me know if you have any questions about grades. I think that's probably where most people's minds are right now, since we have all these big changes for fourth quarter. But I'm happy to clear anything up, and just shoot me an email or check into the office hours. And have a great week, and I will check in with you next week.